Good day, class. We continue looking at elements of the payroll. As you would recall from the last class, the payroll consists of wages and salaries, which are the monetary remuneration that an employee earns for services rendered in accordance with his or her job specifications. I would have explained at the time that an employee's gross wage or salary may consist of the basic wage or salary, which is the minimum pay for an employee's normal time or production. Let's explain that concept. Normal time in this instance would consist of the total amount of hours worked per day, usually 8 hours, multiplied by the number of days worked per week, usually 5, which will give us 40. This means that a normal employee would usually work a 40-hour week. Today we want to extend this discussion to incorporate overtime payments. Let's begin. Overtime is defined as additional pay that an employee can earn by working extra hours. It is important to note that overtime is normally paid at a different rate than the basic wage. For overtime, an employee can be paid at what is known as time and a half or double time. Let's explain this concept. Time in accounting is considered to be one, or the rate at which the employee is paid. If, for example, we have an employee working for $16 per hour, time will be $16 as indicated here, and half time would be 16 divided by 2, which will give you 8. The employee will therefore work for $24 per hour. If, for example, the employee is working at double time, the employee is now working for time plus time, or 16 plus 16, which means that the employee is now working at $32 per hour. Let's look at an example. John is paid $6 an hour for a 40-hour week. During the week, he works 15 hours extra at time and a half, and over the weekend, he works 10 hours at double time. His total earnings for the week will be calculated as follows. Basic wage would be 40 hours by time, which would be $240. Time and a half would be 15 hours, which was overtime, multiplied by time, multiplied by 1.5, which gives us 15 by $9 an hour, which is equivalent to $135. Double time is calculated at 10 hours by time, $6, multiplied by 2. This gives us 10 hours multiplied by 12 for a total of $120. So the total wages this worker, John, would have worked for would be $495. Now, let's review. Define the term overtime, identifying two rates at which it may be paid. If you don't remember, scroll back to the beginning of the session. If an employee works a 40-hour week at $20 per hour, identify the value of time, time and a half, and double time. Now, it's your turn to practice. Attempt this question on your own in preparation for correction at the next class. Take your time and remember to show all working. Pace Associates has employed 2 students to work for 2.5 hours each day, evenings from Monday to Friday, 5 hours on Saturday, and 2 hours on Sundays, during the period 23rd May to 29th May 2011. They are to be paid a basic rate of $25 per hour for Monday to Friday. Saturday work is overtime, and the overtime rate is 1 1/2 times the basic rate. Sunday work is also treated as overtime, and the overtime rate is double the basic rate. The students are Ramon Gittings and Latoya Allen.